what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Anthony GG Incorporation. We are building a game, trying Odin out. The game is going to be Waterworld, Mad Max style. Let me actually show you some concepts that I actually made, that I actually generated, that I gathered from the internet, I would say. It's basically, tower defense, base building strategy game. Minimalistic, low poly, 2D, isometric, these kind of stuff, right? Are we going to finish the game? That depends on you, not on me. Why? Because I'm going to lose my motivation anyway, but you can keep me motivated doing that. Can I make games? Well, we will see. So we're using Odin. I'm using VS Code. I'm going to get some questions out of the way. Why VS Code? Because all other editors have 0 to none support for a language that already has 0 to none support. You know what I mean? So we're using VS Code because it has some kind of a support. That's why. Why are we using Odin and not something else? Because all these other languages sucks. Rust, garbage, Zig. I don't understand. No. Too complicated for a simple man as me. J could be, but I don't have access to the beta even for asking it after 4 years. Still get no access. Hey, so there's only one option left. Well, there are a lot of, there's C, there's C++. Like I said, I'm a simple man. I cannot understand these languages. That's why we use Odin. Simple. We could use Go, but that would be, I don't know, some people will get, will never have an erection in their life if they saw that I'm making a game in Go. So, please. Alright, so what do we have? Actually, let me set that up. Let me show you what we have. We have nothing. We have a blank screen. We have a square. We can draw stuff on the screen. That's nice, right? Okay. Next step. Actually, I'm not an expert in Odin as well, so I need to learn along the way. So we have this camera. So what happens if we set the zoom to 10 here? Let me see real quick. Not 10. That's because we need to start the 2D rendering phase. How do we do that? No clue. And because there is no type hint, it's so annoying. I need to go to the cheat sheet. It's going to be mode 2D. Begin mode 2D. Exactly. That's what we want. Begin mode 2D. This thing. We need to pause in the camera here. It's not type hinting anything. Just typeless hinting shenanigans. It's going to be end mode, I guess. There's a void. Did you mean end mode 2D? Yes. That's what I mean. Okay, see, zoom is working perfectly. That's nice. So we're gonna keep the zoom at 1. We're gonna keep the zoom at 1. And now we need to actually create some kind of a small ship just to get some movement going. The thing is, how can I... Is that how we declare structs? Yeah, that's how we do that. So we have a player struct. What do we need? Well, we need to have a position. And how do we type these things? Actually, I asked Cloud. Declare it like that. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's going to be an rl.vector vector2. Do we need rotation? Is it an int? Probably it is. Okay. How do we get a player pointer? In Odin, what's the style in Odin? Shit, it's underscore. It's underscore. Player render. Proc. Player needs to be a pointer here. But how does that work? I think if you want to have a pointer, it's this weird thingy. And why do we have even 2 tab sizes? What is that for? Player render pointer to a player. How do we do that? It's gonna be very simple. We should do this rectangle pro. Let's delete this bullshit. Let's paste that in. Draw rectangle pro. So now of course we're gonna use textures and all that stuff. We just need to get things going, right? So let me render this thing. What is this? 10, 10. It's gonna be probably positions. This is gonna be the center point of this rectangle, right? So players position X. Y. This is width and whatever. Let's do something like 20, 100 is fine. Beige. Let me see if that's actually gonna work. Players, render, players. We don't have a player. Let me set them up. How do we create that? Player equals player position RL vector 2 0 0. That's not how we do that, Anthony. It's like this, and then we need to say what do we need to say as well? The rotation. We don't care about the rotation, right? That's not gonna work. We need a pointer. We don't have a pointer. Let's see what it's gonna say. A lot of stuff. Do we need this? We don't. Player, player, after player, list got an identifier. Oh. Oh, oh. Player, player, yes, indeed, that's true. We need a pointer. How do we do that? How to create pointer to a struct. Yeah, I think this is the best bet. You could go on the internet, but it's gonna take us so long, so let's just do it here. Pointer, pointer, person, Alice, dereferenced with this, wait. New person. Alternative way, allocate, initialize in one line. You can also create a pointer by, okay, n. Okay, we could do that. A lot of ways we can do it. But we could do this. And player. Nice, this is here. Okay, so we can do a camera offset and center the camera on the player, right? That's what we could do later on. This is player render. So if you have a player render, we also need something that is called a player update, which is going to be a procedure players pointer to, oh, this is annoying. This just out of scope with my fingers. Let's get an input vector. Input vec is going to be vector 2. If we don't need this, if raylib.is key pressed, just get a message from. Oh, she's sending me, man. I don't fucking care. Leave me the fuck alone, man. Mooi. If key pressed, or key A, input vec. Actually, to be honest, input is fine. We don't need this. Input is gonna be wait, A. It's gonna be X, right? Is it X? X. -1. There's no formatting. These little things are so important. That's why I like Go so much, because you just... That's why languages never kick off. It's because you make a good language, but there is no tooling. If there is no tooling, there is only fooling. You know what I mean? Is this actually gonna work? Let me see that I don't make a mistake. Was that input X, undeclared name? You're 100% correct. KD. Oh shit. I think these things are like this. What do you think, guys? I think it's that. No, it's not. It's not declared. Do you mean sound? Oh, no. Is it this then? Okay. We need to look it up. We need to look it up. Key. S key pressed, an end key, I know. It's gonna be... I think it's key down. Key underscore escape. That's what we want, right? I think it's key down. Now, why does this not work? Oh, that's maybe this. What do you think? Odin And Raylib. S key down dot key A question mark fucking cloud. Oh, dot A. Ah, it's, yeah, of course, it's the... Yes, there is something in, yeah, something in Odin that does this. The thing is, I have no clue if it's gonna work out of the bat like this. Probably not. Okay, it's like that. Oh, look at that. That's amazing, right? So we get this vector. That's the first thing we need to do. It's like a little bit tedious, but it's gonna help us in the end. So I'm gonna paste these things in, and we're probably gonna have these reversed, but that's fine. I'm gonna just assume that is gonna be correct. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can just guess your way. That's the input vector, and then we're gonna say something like player position X plus is input X times get input get Ginger Bill, fix your tooling, and I'm your best friend. Get frame time. Oh man, I'm too good. Actually, you could do something like this, right? DT. What is DT? Delta time. It's basically the amount of milliseconds that are passed in the previous frame. Previous frame. Not this frame, previous frame. So it's always lagging one frame behind. Player position X, input X times delta time times some kind of a speed. What is the speed? I don't know. This thing, which is probably going to be this. We're going to do the same thing for Y. And of course, if this player needs to be updated, we need to update the player. We do our clear background. So here can we do updates, right? Player update. That's type hinting. That's nice. And player. Oh yeah. Yeah, I need to normalize a vector and all that stuff, but we are moving. We are moving. That's good. First of all, let me quickly, this player thing, can I do another function real quick? Player render, get input vec. The syntax is a little bit scuffy-wuffy, man. How do I return something? Expected a statement, got this. Get in prepared for. Guessed it. I guessed it. I'm a gambler. So this thing is what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna actually just return. What's going on? I don't think this is correct. Yeah, you guys are basically just crying that you cannot program in languages. Like, you can just type stuff and at a certain point of time it's all gonna work. Get the input vector. Do this. Oh yeah, of course. The up and down is reversed. Up and down is reversed. Minus up and down is reversed, right? All right. That's cool. So what I want to rotate the ship, which is actually a little bit too big. Where's my player here? Where do I make this player? Player render. Oh, here. 20, 60 or something. Yeah, that's maybe. Make a little player. What are you doing, Anthony? Well, I'm trying to get the correct space for my player, which is not correct. 2040, it's fine. Let's take that. It's gonna be GG. This is the ship. I want to fine tune it more, but it's fine. Because we're gonna replace it anyway with a texture. So yeah, you can see what's going on here, right? So the problem here is that if I go this way, go the other way. But if I go diagonal, I'm gonna go faster. That's because we are not normalized. Why is it type hinting everything inside my thing, but it's not type hinting everything it's coming from? If somebody can fix that, I can see what's inside Raylib by doing RL, and it just comes up with a bunch of stuff. This guy gets the Medal of Honor, or girl, or something else. Player rotation is that. So now we need to make a rotation. How do we do that? I have no fucking clue. I think I have some code in Go that I had making this thing. So I can do cut / code TL VG. Actually, let's ask Cloud, rotate player in the direction it's facing. Let me see what this comes up with. I give it no context. I know ish. No, that's not what it is, man. This rotation is completely garbage. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. That's not what it is, man. I have nothing here. I have just a 3D thing. Fuck me. I'm fucked. Convert to degrees. Sorry, actually one. No. Convert. Does it know about my input? It does not know about my input, right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to show him what I have. I'm going to say convert the movement to degrees. Right. I need to teach him. Mat atam, that's what we know. Yeah, that's what it is. Degrees. Yeah, baby. This mat atam. The thing is, does it has atam? Atam! This is the input. This is the rotation. Can we do this? Player. Rotation is mat atam. The thing is, does it? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work like that. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just too good of a gambler. Input X, input Y, divided by this. And we need to actually... I don't know. Play rotation. It's an int and it's an F32. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is change to an F32. Variable declaration must be identified with play rotation. Yeah, correct. 100% correct, baby. Oh, it's working. You see, it's working. So the thing is, we need to have Slurpee. This is where people give up. They do something and you use AI. It spits you some. First of all, it cannot guess what we want because we need to give it a lot of context and help it. Then you get something and you get this, and then you try it, and you say, okay, no, game development is not for me. I'm gonna give up. See you laters. I'm gonna go back to React development. So the thing is, you need to understand what's happening here. These rotations need to be interpolated. And besides that, we need to make sure that we actually plus, is it 90 degrees? We're going to do add 90 degrees. Why? Is this not going to, why? Because now we're going to move, you see, now we're going to move with the nose of the ship, but it's still jaggedy. And you can see that the rotation is around the corner points, and that's because we use this. So we need to basically have this divided by 2. So we do 10 and hardcode to 20. That's already gonna make it a little bit better. A little bit better. You see now? I'm actually too good. Now we are actually rotating around the center point. So now we need to lerp. The thing is, if I only knew how to do that, lerp, it's actually, I'm gonna do this. Now lerp or interpolate from the pref angle to the new angle. I'm gonna put it into our best friend Claude. Come on, Claude. Ah, no, you see this comment, he knows. What is this? Lerp angle. The diff interpolate. What is that? Mad mod. How the fingers using the shortest rotation between pad. Interpolate using the shortest thing. Okay. I don't know. I don't know, brother. The base rotation will delta time. That's true. That's a delta time thing. So I'm gonna actually, maybe I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt actually. Benefit of the doubt to get me this lerp angle right. Let's do this thing. So we're gonna have mad mod. So this thing is kind of okay. The mad mod, not quite sure about that, but it should be. So we're gonna do something like a lerp angle. And we're gonna lerp the player rotation and the new rotation and some kind of a thingy, which they call T, which is gonna be something like, I don't know, the rotation speed. They say 5, why not, times dt, right? Something like that. Oh, it works like a charm, brother. It's basically... We still need to normalize the vector. That's something that we need to do. Something is very weird. For some reason. Goes back to some kind of a... What is this? Mad squared, that's the magnitude I know. Factor 2 normalized, that's what it is. Vector to normalize. Vector to normalize. Is the input. What does it return? Times length divided by length divided by length. Vectors to length. You can also normalize manually. Okay. But this is the normalized. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing here. I want to do some couple stuff that I have no clue. Vector to lengths, that's going to be probably the inputs. And if that's bigger than 0, I'm going to do something like rotate the player, something, I don't know. You see, that's better because now we don't. Turns here, turns there, smoothly, softly. So one more thing, and I don't know how to do that. So we have this normalized vector. The thing is, wait, I don't think that makes sense. There's one more thing that I want to do. And that's, it's probably, do I need the normalized vector? Only for moving here, I guess. I think that's what I want. Yes. So now, everything is at the same speed. If I go down, up, left, right, we have a consistent speed going on. Beautiful, that's that. Because you have joystick, right? Joystick movements. And so the goal of the game is that we have this ship, right? And the thing is, you're gonna build base. So there's going to be a time you can build stuff based on your economy. And then there is a wave of mobs, right? The wave of mobs, they come from everywhere. Of course, there's going to be some obstacles and yada, yada, yada. And they're trying to kill you and they're trying to kill your economy. And when the wave is done, you have time to collect your tax, collect your income, build better stuff for the next wave that comes. That's basically what it is, right? That's the idea of the game, right? Okay, I think we're good. Normalize a vector for this thing, do that, get the time frame, render the player. Good. So, okay. Let me make a new folder, assets. So I'm gonna actually try to get some stuff going here. This is a slab. Slap E. Okay. All right, so let me see. It's isometric, right? So how can I... Main proc. It's just a test. Ground aura.load texture. Slap E. Slap E, boys. Okay, that works. Oh, one more thing. But let's first get the slap in. The slap. We need to get the slap in. The ground. Jesus. Wait, so if we render the player first, let's render the slap second. How do we do that? I have no clue. Render texture. There's a structure. Render texture. Render texture. Render texture. Simple as that. It's simple as that. Render texture. Ground. Draw texture extended. I think this is fine. Just draw texture. Simple. Just the most simple thing in the world. The most simple thing in the world. Ground. What is this? Int pos x pos I don't know. 100, 100. The color is gonna be, if you do RL white, or Raylib white, no reason why I can't pronounce that. I think it's going to use the things it's in. The thing is, I have no clue where this thing is at. We don't have a screen width. We don't have a screen. Well, let me do this real quick. S height 900, I guess. And then we're gonna do this. S width. No type ins whatsoever. So annoying. S height. Ah! How do you actually write this thing? Yeah, so now we're moving here. The thing is, we want to follow the camera need to follow us. How do we do that? I think there is something that is called. This is the player, so we could do. Actually, we need to do it here. Player update here, and then we're gonna say camera. Can we do this on that update camera? That's not what it is. Targets. Okay, cool. Of course, now we don't see any movement. That's because we cannot see the illusion of movement, right? Because we don't draw this texture. I'm actually really confused. Oh wait, failed asset slab, failed to open file. Okay, now we see. It's probably the same issue. Failed to open file. Why is that? Assets slab E. Of course, I'm a legend. This should work. It's just like PNG. Forgot to do my thing. Alright, so this, alright, so now we have the slab on the water, right? Yeah. Need collisions and everything. So far, so good, brothers. We need to fix the movement as well, because you see, what angle is that? Is that 45 degrees? Huh. It's not, it's... So let's say this is a base. This is a big base, but you know what it is, right? And then people come from the corners. Okay. I think this we have a rotation speed. I want to quickly check. 10. Actually, you could do this. Rotation. Speed. Move. Speed. F32. F32. Player move speed, and this rotation is going to be player rotation speed. Hola. Hola pola. Rotation speed, move speed, yada 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 yada. Where do we instant the player? Player here. Move speed equals 100. Rotation speed equals, I don't know, 2. Something else we need. Ah, I know what it does. It's fine unless you go here. Even if you're here and you want to go, it rotates the same angle. I need to fix that. Still feels a bit. It feels a bit scuffed, not gonna lie. This is a bad lerp. This is a really bad lerp function from Claude. But hey. Slappy, slappy. Okay, cool. I think it's good. It's a very good first session. Very good progress, of course. Yeah. We cannot make this. Run this. So that's that. So the next thing I need to figure out is how I can, because in Golang you have these interfaces, you can push a couple of entities into a slice, and then you can see that you need to implement the entity interface, right? The render or the updater interface, where you know it's going to have an update function or a render function or a check collision function. The thing is, in Odin, I remember from the past that they do not have something like that. However, they have unions, and I don't know. I need to check that out. Thanks for watching this video. Maybe a little bit boring, but hey, see you. Thank you for watching. Join Discord channel. Give me a like or a thumbs up, and peace and love.